These roses, standard roses, have completely lost all their leaves. And still some flowers coming on, but really very few and insignificant, and they're a bit spotted from the cold weather. Now they need to be cut back, and you can see that I've given them a really nice open vase or sort of open structure, so everything's growing outwards. But just as I was about to start doing these ones, I remember that we planted some citrus trees a couple of weeks ago. Now it's 20 acres that we're on here, and I haven't gone out there. I haven't ventured out there to have a look at the trees and see how they're progressing. I haven't even watered them. Only the first time or twice actually since we planted them did we give them a water with EcoBoost and Liquid Gold. So as far as the roses are concerned, folks, we're at the beginning of the season. If yours are looking like this and even more dormant, cut them back by about 2/3, but we'll come back to these in the next couple of days or so. Well, have a look at this. 2 weeks I haven't been down here. No one's gone for a walk down here. We've got so many trees to look after. And we all thought that this mulch was going to do the job, but it hasn't rained. We gave them 2 watering cans, and at the beginning, because the soil was dry, it was hydrophobic. And that's what happens with your soil if it stays dry for too long, or when you buy it from your local garden centre. It won't absorb any moisture unless you dig in the mulch and hydrate it. Now, we did that at the beginning, but we didn't come back here often enough, and that's our fault. So we're not perfect at it, and God knows that we give it a go, but sometimes we don't get around to every tree. It's like trying to be everywhere at once and you get nowhere fast. So this tree here copped a high sort of wind that came through here, howling through this area here for the last 2 days. Dried the soil out. We had some rain, but I don't know where it went. As we all know, sometimes it just disappears. Here's an example. Have a look at this soil here, leftover. Now this whole area here we're going to mound up. It's moist slightly underneath, but really that's nowhere near enough. That's not even moist. That's just the sun that's caused it to go white there. This is dry after the rain we had last night and earlier this morning, and even about an hour ago. So we're not really getting through it. These trees are great. They're fine. All the other citrus trees are good. This one here in particular, well, it's dried up. That's dehydration and high winds. That's all copped a beating there. It's useless to me now. I could leave it there, but no, I reckon all these leaves are going to fall off over time because they've been battered so hard that they're really not going to survive. So I'm going to bring this right back down because it was cut once down here, I think, and you can see it's forked out. So we're just going to bring it back down again so we can take the stress out of the root zone. Because what's happened here, the roots have shut down, and part of the roots have probably died off because there wasn't enough moisture in there to sustain life in this entire tree. So the first stage is dehydration of the leaves. Second stage is falling off of the leaves. And obviously, if that's not enough, it'll be skeletonized to the point where the tree shuts down its roots completely and never recovers. So if you've got a tree that's looking a little bit worse for wear, and I didn't do this for a demonstration either. It's not what I do to my plants. It's just one of those trees that gets away from us. So we admit our success and our failures too, but we're here in time to save it. This will hydrate. So I've just given it, really? Everybody's got their own problems here, mate. I've just given it some liquid gold to strengthen it up a bit and just build up that microbial activity we need in there. It's already looking better, isn't it? And I'm going to give it some more now as well. And that's where the winds come from. You can see, look, it's shred all the leaves off it. It's taken everything off there. So hydrate your trees. This is only one watering can so far. I'm going to go back and give it another one so I can get enough moisture in it and make sure the ground soaks up through. And we'll actually come back tomorrow, the next day, and see how it's progressing. Okay? So we've got some trials going on. We've got our Rootex gel and honey with our cuttings, and we've got our citrus tree here that's almost seen death knocking on its door. And then we've got all the other stuff to do. And this is our little orange tree, Caracara orange. And again, the wind's coming from this side here and it's constantly blowing that way. Cold air, frosty nights, and the results are burn marks on the leaves and rust developing on it. Now, if you've got anything like that, more so here, up here, have a look at this part here, there. See all that there? You don't want that to spread. That's the signs of rust developing on this tree. So what we've got to do here is spray it with a copper-based spray. That's your bluestone and hydrated lime. It's on our website. You can get all the details there. Or your eco oil. Or you can make your own, which is basically a teaspoon of olive oil or vegetable oil if you like, a teaspoon of chili flakes, a teaspoon of garlic, crushed garlic, a litre of water and a drop or two of dishwashing liquid, all in a pot. Boil it up, let it cool down so you can actually infuse all the ingredients, then strain out those heavy particles, put it in your spray bottle and spray. You can use one of these little sprays if you like. Trigger happy if you like. This has got metho in it. I prefer my easy hand spray, the double pump action. But if you've got rust like that, you can get a ready to use product, eco oil or a fungus fighter or copper oxychloride made yourself with hydrated lime. So it's copper sulfate and hydrated lime. If you haven't made it before, we've done a video a few days ago. It's on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. So if you're on either of those two platforms, search for that and you'll be able to see how to make it yourself. It's quick, easy, and much cheaper than buying a ready-to-use product from the shelf. That will protect your plants, especially during the winter periods, across the board. At the end of the day, these trees aren't suffering from lack of nutrients because they're very vibrant in their colour. They were lacking moisture. We didn't get enough rain down here as I expected, so we're going to have to hydrate them ourselves. And you better go check your plants too. Don't let the weather fool you. Parece.